Tomorrow, the entire Journal of the American Medical Association is devoted to depression. 6 million men are believed to suffer from it every year. And suicide, which is the most serious consequence of severe depression, is the third largest killer of young men in the country, after accidents and homicide. Here's ABC's John McKenzie.
Depression in men is only about half as common as it is in women. At least that's what the studies say. But researchers add it's often more difficult for men to identify their illness.
It's important to recognize that when men become depressed, it may not be quite the picture of depression that most of us have.
While women with depression are more likely to report feelings of sadness, helplessness, and guilt, men with depression are more likely to report fatigue, irritability, and loss of interest in work. Men and women arrive at depression the same way, a chemical imbalance in the brain. But men often react differently.
One of the things you see often with men is social withdrawal, which is really a very important signal. That's more common than in women.
Basically, it took over my entire life. I wouldn't want to get out of bed. I wouldn't want to leave the house.
Jimmy Brown is a New York City firefighter. He developed depression shortly after the attacks of 9/11.
It kind of came over a period of days and weeks, and it just gradually set in.
Making matters worse, Brown, like many men, suffered from the stigma of depression.
As a man, you're not supposed to be depressed.
Who says that?
Society. Growing up, men are supposed to be the providers. Men are supposed to be the pillar of strength.
Not surprisingly, men are less likely to seek help for their illness.
Perhaps because of that, depression takes a greater toll on men. In the United States, men are 4 times more likely than women to commit suicide.
I was tired of feeling the way I was. I knew I had to do something. It wasn't going to get better on its own. I wasn't going to be able to fix myself.
After months of psychotherapy, also called talk therapy, Brown's depression began to lift.
I feel great today. I'm constantly busy. I'm constantly doing things, constantly wanting to do things. That's the big difference.
Researchers say that between talk therapy and medications, about 80% of depression cases can now be treated effectively in both women and men. John McKenzie, ABC News, New York.